Hey guys, it's a week and a week and a half post-op. I had my surgery on the 12th of March. Today's the 23rd. So 11 days post-op. I did septoplasty, rhinoplasty, breast lift, and silicone implants. So a lot of people will ask and have asked, why did I do my nose? My nose was an okay looking nose. It wasn't too bad. I mean, it was my nose. I grew up with that nose. It was fine. It wasn't anything pretty, but it was fine. It was mine. Part of my body, like my ears. My ears are big, but who fucking cares? They're mine. So the thing with the nose that I didn't tell people ahead of time because I didn't feel like it was anybody's business. My primary reason to do my nose was the septoplasty. About 17 or so years ago, I was hit really brutally in the nose, which deviated my septum. Actually, it was this way. Deviated my septum, which caused blockage to the left side. And over the years, with the deviated septum, it was hard to breathe. And I was used to not breathing. It was fine. I knew someday I was going to do it. I just didn't know when. So when I decided that I was going to do my breast lift and implants, I was going to look for a surgeon. First off, it took me 3 years to really decide on a surgeon. Did a lot of research. I read a lot, reviews, people around me who had done the procedures. Everybody has an opinion. And really what turned the cup over for me, I guess I could say, is I saw results with my own eyes. It was important for me for the breast to look as natural as possible, which is hard with silicone, which is why I went for the teardrop shape. I wasn't trying to look like Pamela Anderson. I wasn't trying to look fake. I really just wanted more natural results because I'm me, I wanted it to be proportional to my body. So why I did the breast lift and silicone implants is, over the years, I'm naturally very heavy on the breast. Before I had kids, of course. I had large breasts, double D's. I never suffered from not knowing what it's like not to have boobs. So I always had boobs. And then with 2 pregnancies, breastfeeding for over 8 months, the second kid, many years of playing around with the weight, up and down, losing, gaining. It stretched my skin really bad. And the last few years I lost quite a bit of weight and sustained it. So all women know, going through breastfeeding, going through pregnancies, going through weight loss, over the years your skin will stretch, especially boobs. When you have larger boobs, they're already stretched out. So sorry, my nose is like going. I can't really take a deep breath yet. So over the years I was left with a lot of skin, no fullness at all. There's nothing in the boob. I went over a few years of not being able to put on a bathing suit without crying hysterically for like an hour or two, because it's a lot of skin and no amount of padding, no matter what size top I would get, you cannot hide it. I mean, girls who've gone through this, they know you cannot hide that skin. It's awful. The moment you bend over, that skin comes out. It's disgusting. So yes, I did it for myself. I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm a single woman with 2 children. Believe me when I tell you, the best thing you can do is invest in yourself. And of course, not that I don't hate on people who do it just for fun or who think they would look better with larger breasts. everybody's got a right. That's their life. They can make whatever decisions they want. For me, I did it for myself because I've been through many, many years of not feeling good, not looking good. I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror without disgust. I have to be honest. It wasn't good. So I'm 33 years old. I already had my 2 kids. And I just wanted to do something for me. I've been planning it for years and, saving up. Thank God I didn't have to, go through the credit system. I mean, if I had to, I would have. But I didn't. I've been saving up. I've been researching. I've been doing it very patiently and slowly. You can't rush these things. You gotta be informed. So finally, when I decided on a surgeon, I went for a meeting. Right away, I mean, first we discussed the breast, and he said, there's no possible way I can just do a lift because there's nothing there. We have to do implants as well, which I figured. And we spoke about between 360 cc's and 420 being at the very, very top. Which for my proportion, for my body, 420 is medium, I guess. It's not on the high side, it's not on the low side, it's medium. Because I'm big boned, I'm short, I'm 165. I have a butt, I have thighs, it would just look proportionate. The doctor said to me, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I can make suggestions and then it's up to you. I'm just here to make sure you don't do anything stupid. So then we spoke about the nose. I told him about my breathing, and he said that, because on top of my breathing and the deviated septum, my nose was broken in 2 places, up here and at the tip. By the way, I still can't feel my tip, which I know is normal. So just by looking at my nose, he said he will define this top part, make it thinner, and he will lift my tip because my tip was very flat from the hit I received. And I asked him about the breathing, and he said until he opens me up and sees what's going on, he cannot say what he's gonna do, which I guess is the normal thing to respond. So what ended up happening, I was in surgery for about 6 or 7 hours, which is quite long, but I did have 4 procedures, to be honest. Breast lift, implants, the deviated septum and the septoplasty or whatever, and the rhinoplasty, so it took a while. And if you're asking why my breathing is so fucked up today, I'm all tied up, and I'll go into that in a little bit. This is gonna be a long video. So I came out of surgery. I felt no pain, but being under made my body like go into shock. Literally, like I was shaking, and I bit myself, I guess, and they had to grab my mouth so I can start breathing, and you can see a little bit of bruising, but it's already going away. It's fine. So what I found out is that I now have 475 cc's in each breast. Teardropped under the muscle. When I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? I was supposed to go with 420 max. So what they told me is because I had a larger breast, double D's, before I had nothing. Inside my body, there's a pocket that's created by the natural breast, which has to be filled. So when they did the lift, after that he put the 420s in, and they were still sagging. So he tried different sizes, and ultimately 475 in each breast is what they came up with without my boobs sagging still. I mean, it would be a pointless surgery in this case. So I'm totally okay with that once he explained it. I didn't realize that naturally there was a pocket in there created by my natural breasts. But now that he explained that, it makes sense. And to be honest, even though I'm still really swollen, my boobs are really, really proportionate to my body. So I'm really happy with the results. The first day, my boobs were up to my collarbone. And then I started measuring. Then it was a finger, 2, 3. Now we're at about 3 some. But you can't tell because I have this on. And I'll go into that in a little bit. When I came out of the surgery, my entire forehead was swollen. I mean, and I'll post pictures also. This entire thing was, the first day it was nothing. The second day this happened. I mean, when I came out of surgery, I looked like this, except with the cast. I was looking good. And then about a day later, my forehead started swelling. I have a little bit left of the bruising, but my entire face swelled up. Even my jaw, like up to here, I was all swollen. Everything was swollen. My eyes were like shut. I was like this, and they were poofy as hell. And it was, purple, blue, red. I mean, the entire rainbow of shit on my face, basically. Oh yeah, and I can't laugh yet, so excuse me, I'm not supposed to be laughing. So, with frozen stuff on my face, felt really good. And I had this really beautiful man taking care of me. He was really beautiful. A real gentleman taking care of me the first night. I mean, I thought I was dreaming. I was like, who is the good looking man taking care of me? He was on a night shift, I guess. I couldn't get up by myself, obviously, the first few days. And still, I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting up, but it's a lot better. It's a little bit less painful. And actually, I want to say pain is not the word that I would use to describe this whole entire process. It was not painful. I think it's your muscle. So it's like having the most terrible experience after a workout, after a really, really heavy workout. Again, it's not pain. I mean, I've endured pain and this wasn't it. And I guess the most difficult part of the rhinoplasty, septoplasty experience was the taking out of the packing. Now I didn't have those plastic things that they put in. I forget what they're called, but I did have packing. I mean, they pack you up like all the way up to your freaking eyeball. And I was told by a few friends who had done their nose that was painful, so I was prepared for it. It wasn't painful. It was highly discomfortable. It was terrible. I mean, it was brutal, but it was not painful. So what you feel, the doctor will go in. I mean, you lay down. The doctor will go in with this little thingy, and he will move it around a little bit, which did not feel painful. And he told me to take a deep breath as much as I could. And when he said breathe out, he pulled it. So it's, having your ears and your nose and everything shut, not functioning for a few days. When that happens, it's like a vacuum type of feeling. So it was really, really brutal, but it wasn't painful again. And I am not one to tolerate pain, trust me. I mean, I thought I would die after having all these surgeries at once. And I'm alone. I have nobody to take care of me. I'm doing this by myself. So I thought I would be in absolute hell when it comes to pain. It wasn't painful. It was bad, but it wasn't painful. So he took that out. Now, the worst part about that wasn't even the pulling of the packing. It was afterwards. The burning. Oh my god, the burning in your nose, because I guess all that dry blood, was pulled out. So it's like, I guess it's kind of like having your nose waxed, I guess. I mean, if I can imagine what having your nose waxed is like, I guess that would be it. But all the way up to freaking eyeball. So the burning sensation was the worst part of that entire experience, and your eyes are just bawling. I mean, tears are flying, freaking out. I mean, it was like, oh, and I had to lay there for about 30 minutes or so before I had to pee myself, literally. And so that was the worst part. I thought the stitches would be really, really bad. They're not. You can't even see them, really. I mean, I have stitches here that are starting to come off, so you can see them now. And I have stitches inside both my nostrils. I cannot feel my tip yet. I can see the difference between the nostrils. Completely different sizes. And you can see that. But that's due to swelling differently on the different sides, because this is the side that was worked on for the septoplasty. So it's more swollen. So I guess later on when the swelling goes down, it will be a little bit, I don't know, whatever the fuck it's gonna look like, it's fine. Because the outside of my nose really wasn't the reason I did this, but I'm glad I did the outside as well, because it's cute. It's a cute nose, and the tip is gonna go down a little bit more after the swelling goes down. And I know swelling goes down between up to 6 to 12 months, so I'm really patient with this process. I did it. I'm so glad I did it. And with the boobs, let's go back to this thing. So the boobs were really high.